Your reaction to the 4 officers involved in this incident being fired?
Well, my initial response is, I mean, that's a start. It's definitely not enough, but I'm glad that it didn't take forever for them to see what everybody else could clearly see took place, and that's that they murdered our cousin.
Tara?
It's just shocking. I'm happy to hear that they've been fired, but it's not enough.
The video is unsettling. It is horrific. Have you watched it yet?
Unfortunately, yes, I have. I watched it first thing this morning, and it is unbelievable. Unbelievable to see someone suffer in the way that he did, and to have so many people around asking for them to basically allow him to live.
Sharita, have you seen the video?
I actually saw the video. Initially, I saw it before knowing that it was actually my cousin. So I saw the video. I think it was Gail King was doing the story. And I just remember thinking how devastating this would be for the family who had lost a family member like this, and that everybody could clearly see it. And then maybe 5 minutes after that, I got the phone call letting me know that it was actually my cousin. I didn't watch it again. I tried to, but when it first played and I could hear his voice, I didn't need to see anymore. The first time that I heard him say, "I can't breathe," it was just more than I could take. I couldn't watch any more of it.
What would you want to say to the bystanders who in the video fought very hard to save your cousin's life?
I can't thank them enough. We always see these kinds of things that take place, and we wonder, what would we do if we were placed in that position? And I can only be grateful that there were people there who were advocating for him, and even more so grateful for the person who was there with the camera to capture it, because so many times there aren't any witnesses around, and there is questionable as to what has happened, and whether the person was resisting or whether they deserved it, or whatever those things that might come into people's mind. But I'm grateful that there were people there to speak on his behalf, because we weren't there. So it just makes me feel good to know that there are still people in the world who care and have compassion, unlike the officers that were there.
Tara, talk to me about your cousin, George Floyd. What kind of person was he?
He was the cousin that everybody loved. We grew up together, and he was always happy, the jokester. He was an athlete. He was very talented in so many ways. He was a father. He was everybody's favorite everything. He was a favorite friend. He was the favorite cousin. So many memories.
Sharita, as Tara mentioned, he was a father. He has a daughter. How is she doing? Have you spoken to her?
I have not. She's taken it very hard. I spoke with her mother this morning, and she's, not doing well.
He was not just a distant cousin. He was someone that you two actually grew up with, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was, our families, we have a large family, let's just say that in the first place. But my mom and his mom were sisters. And, we moved to the Houston area because my aunt, because they were here. So we were close. We were in the same household for years. And off and on, we'd be around each other all the time. He was our baby cousin, which is odd to say because he grew up to be much bigger than both of us. But we were all very close.
Ben, let me get your reaction to the firing of these 4 officers that we just heard about.
It's a good first step that the mayor came and terminated these officers for this unnecessary unjustifiable killing. I mean, it was 8 minutes. It's in many ways worse than Eric Gardner because they got their knee on his neck and he is begging, pleading, not 1 minute, not 2 minutes, not 3 minutes, but 8 minutes begging them to let him breathe. And so now we have We Can't Breathe again in 2020. And it just takes you back to Eric Gardner. And now we have George Floyd, another Black man saying to the police, I can't breathe, and him not being offered any humanity. I think the officer should be charged with murder. It's clear that he was begged by the public bystanders to take his knee off of George's neck. And those other officers should also be charged as accomplice to a murder. They were supposed to protect and serve citizens like George. We in Black America, we are done dying at the hands of the people who are supposed to protect and serve us.
The spokesperson for the Minneapolis police released a statement saying that George physically resisted the officers. Is that going to play a big role in this case?
The city of Minneapolis is apparently going to try to justify the unjustifiable. We all saw with our own eyes a man murdered because of their excessive force. There is no question about it. It was their excessive force that killed George Floyd. And we say we are done dying to the police who are supposed to protect and serve us.